Hey guys, back with another video. Today we're talking about worst case scenario for crypto. Now, a few people are talking about this, but I don't think it's talked about enough. The kind of scenario where we're kind of in a .com bubble scenario where, after the .com bubble happened around 2000, so many of these internet companies which had insane valuations and they weren't profitable. The majority of them went to zero and went bankrupt, right after being valued extremely high, and everybody thought they were getting rich. That's kind of similar what was happening in crypto, where a lot of these altcoins don't really have any product market fit. They're really just burning money, and they're not making profits, and they're burning money. They don't even have any real product market fit. So it is similar in that regard, and a lot of them did get really high valuations. Like even Ethereum, if you ask me, I said this in a previous video, hasn't shown any real product market fit. Like there's no real use case scenarios that it's used for in the real world, other than, in my opinion, stable coins. I think stable coins is really the only major actually useful thing that people use Ethereum for today, in my opinion. Please let me know if I'm wrong. Please tell me. I suppose, yes, some DeFi, like borrowing money. I've never used those, so please enlighten me in the comments if you guys, any of my viewers, use Ethereum to borrow money. I do remember Eric Voorhees talking about how he bought a house using DeFi. But overall, I think there's barely any real world use for these blockchains, other than Bitcoin, in my opinion, because I do see, I really do think there are some parallels to the .com bubble, and this could mean that, obviously the majority of these go to zero, but even the ones that survive, it could take a decade for them to reach their all-time highs again. So this is a scenario I think people, over 90% of people are not prepared for, who are in crypto still. And it will obviously, it's not going to be pleasant for people in crypto if this happens. I think Bitcoin is somewhat safer from this because it doesn't require as much capital. It truly is a commodity. There's no company behind Bitcoin that is essential to it, staying alive, that needs lots and lots of funds for Bitcoin to survive. And it's just very simple. So I think Bitcoin is somewhat insulated from this. I do think Bitcoin will significantly outperform all of these other cryptos, including Ethereum, especially if this scenario happens. But it's just something to keep in mind, which is why, to me, one of the hardest challenges in investing in general is always maintaining sufficient liquidity, because a lot of the time it feels like you're buying the bottom, but you definitely aren't. It's very difficult to get the right bottom. So this is why it's always important to have liquidity. So this is one of my major focuses. As I've talked about in previous videos, one of my main strategies for this is having both cash and gold ETF as my main sources of liquidity, and trying to keep that around 20% of my portfolio in, liquid cash or gold ETF. So that's my strategy, and I will continue to dollar cost average, especially Bitcoin. I'm not buying super heavy into any of the alts right now. I am gonna dollar cost average Solana, but obviously in this scenario, it does, it could be a grim next few years for Solana if we do have a serious recession. So just something to be prepared for. And I am continuing to buy Coinbase as well. Coinbase in particular is just so cheap when you look at how much cash they have. Their actual market cap is getting pretty close to their actual cash position. So I do feel slightly more confident buying Coinbase. I just think the sentiment on Coinbase is so wrecked that the valuation is so low. But there are definitely risks for Coinbase as well. Like if this situation does happen, it will be a rough few years for Coinbase. They will most likely be unprofitable for a few years, and really it will be just about them surviving. But at the same time, I think their USDC position could actually, I do want to do a more detailed look at the numbers, because I wonder if USDC, even in a recession, could make them profitable if they manage their finances well. So that's another reason why I really am buying Coinbase at these levels, because of USDC. But anyways, I kind of got a little bit off topic, but if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. See you next video.